So what we're going to work on now that I got the other taken care of, and I'm going to put all this back to normal in here a little bit, is I got some steel versions of these. Now there's a whole nother design on this, on the Input Inc. CAD, that obviously I would recommend you go with if you haven't done this yet, but I had already done this design, and I've got a steel back plate here with a D shaft, and I don't want to just throw that away. So I had these steel versions made. These are aluminum. The problem with aluminum is that this is starting to work to, well, I'll just show you. See, clip off here. Push that through. Like that. Ugh. You see, this is wallowing out in here. So that's grease, I think. Not anything to do with that wallowing out, but when this was going back and forth, it was popping. So we're going to swap that out now. All right, so we need a bit to take those screws out. I think this is the bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's the bit. So we'll use this to take this off here. And no, these are not the orange cylinders that are really hard to come by. These are regular old cylinders painted orange for down here. The ones on his neck are the old school, the OGs, if you will. So, which is another thing I need to work on. Okay, so that, I want to make sure I don't get this out of calibration. So that was sitting on there like that. So I want to put the other one in place that way. Oh. Why are the holes not lighting up? That's interesting. Holes are in a different spot. Well, that's curious. Why would that be? Maybe the other side is, huh. Strange. Huh. That's very strange. I don't understand why the holes are in a different place. Different pattern. That is very odd to me. Look at that. Very strange. Wonder if I should paint these, keep them from rusting. Probably look cooler painted, but then again, you're not going to see it. Probably be okay. But look, they're all burred. I'm going to have to go clean this up. That is very odd. I'm going to have to recalibrate this then, I guess, because those are in a different pattern. Huh. That's odd because the CAD was only a certain pattern, unless I pulled the wrong. No, it's the same. It's just for some reason slightly off. Weird. Very strange. That's okay. I'll make it work. Yeah, see, that is not wanting to fit on there very well. Needs to be cleaned up. So I'm gonna go clean these up. We'll be back. Let's get this this arm put back on there. Yeah. Got a hole lined up. Oh yeah. Had to go and drill that out slightly. Laser cutting, his tolerances can be a little off. But yeah, and I took a Dremel and I sanded the inside of that piece so it slipped on there real nice. But yeah, it looks all really good. Get these back in there and then we'll have to calibrate it because this one, if you saw earlier, the holes are off. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if they made a mistake or if I just picked the wrong file. I thought I used the same file I'd ordered the previous ones, but no matter. We can recalibrate it. Not the end of the world. right. There we go. And we'll take this. Oh, we won't move it yet. I'm going to calibrate it before I put that back on. So yeah, because I know where the other one's supposed to sit, so I can turn the pod on here, move that slightly to where it needs to be. See? So I know the other one was right here. All I gotta do is adjust the pod on there, bring that back, so that way I don't have to go and change my programming. I can just adjust it here. I should be good. All right, let's do the other side. Show you. See how that hole's a little bigger. Hard to see on camera. Hole's a little bigger on that aluminum piece. It's popping. So that was only going to get worse as time went on. Definitely need to change that out. And the good folks at Sin Cut Sin makes it so easy to do that. So all you gotta do is drop the file into their program and select your material, select your thickness. You're pretty well done at that point. They get it cut up to you, and they usually have it to you within a week. So yeah, very, very lucky that we have places like that now. Makes it very economical to do even the smallest parts like this. All right, so let's see here. This on here. All right, there's that. Pretty straightforward. All right, we're going to fire them back up and do some adjustments on those pots, get those realigned.
Welcome to Ethos. Throttle not idle. Switch warning.
All right. Okay, so the other one is, I don't guess the other one's hooked up. No, it's not. So it didn't move. So I'm going to reconnect the power here on that one. There we go. All right. So now what we'll do is we'll take this, kind of see where it was. According to this, it was back over here, like that. I want to get it at least in the vicinity, and then we'll do fine adjustments once they're connected back up. Huh. That should be moving it. Why is that moving it? You know what? I wonder if it's because it's not actually, it's probably not powered up. All right, hold on. Yeah, that's what it is. There we go. The idea is to line this up to at least where this was. Something like that. I guess in the ballpark, and then I'll connect everything up, and then we can do the major adjustment. In fact, now I can eyeball these two. Turn this B pot here, bring it forward. Uh-oh, he has no more extend. All right, we might have to, since I can't adjust the B pot to get it all the way forward, what we're going to have to do is we'll move this, adjust it one back or one forward, so then I can align it with this one. So I'll do that real quick. Okay, so we got tripping over stuff. All right, we got to clip this C clip back on. This back on here, which, well, hard to do with it right there, huh? All right, so let's do this. We'll override it on the remote. Should be able to adjust them into a position we can use. Yeah, see how they're way over. Come to think of it, because that's got to go up, not out this way. So, and it's definitely not going to work. So we got to see if adjust these anymore, and if not, we'll have to move them. Oops, I'm in the wrong pot. I'll have to adjust on that once I get that set up. All right, let's go to the right pot here. All right, so that's all the way up that way. Let's see what that gives us in regards to this. I've got to come up with a way to keep these wires out of here. Okay, so that's fully extended right there. Well, close to fully extended, which means that that's pretty close, but so I can adjust that in programming if I need to go any further up. I was kind of hoping though, let's see here, if I go down, oh, now you're not moving at all. Why is that? This is a power got cut or something here. That was weird. Well, there it goes. I think, yeah, that's what it is. I accidentally adjusted the wrong pot, which brought out a calibration with the I'll get that running smooth again. Right now I'm more worried about positioning. Problem is, well, that's my, he's too far forward. He needs to be up to where, so this almost needs to go another quarter turn. So we're going to adjust that. All right, so what I've determined is I'm going to have to do with my pin. Oh, here it is. What I determined is I'm going to have to adjust these in the program because I don't have enough play in the pots to make this adjustment. So, and that's fine. We can adjust it in the program. It's not the end of the world. Just change the limits there. We should be good to go. So let's get these pins back through here. Should be close to wrapping there. Sure that the hole is big enough. Yeah, should go through. Okay, just gotta get it lined up. There we go. You got the C-clip on there. Like that. That one's on. We'll do the other side and then we'll try to program them. So let's get ready to calibrate these cylinders. I went to pull this one and it's extremely hard to pull. And I was wondering why his left side was having issues, and now I know why. The cylinder has failed. So I've taken the screws out of it. Oh, that did not go like I thought it would. Great. Oh, got to clean that up. Right now that we got that cleaned up. Luckily, I didn't get any electronics or anything, but there's what's in there. That's what they look like. It's interesting. Everything looks, yeah, I don't know. I'm taking a closer look at that. Everything looks okay, but man, this thing is sure having a hard time going up and down. So I think what I'll do is I'll go and clean this up, inspect the O-rings, lubricate it, and re-insert it. All right, we got it on there. Got the cylinder cleaned up, re-lubed, put back together. Got it clipped on. So now we're gonna run some simulations to see if we can calibrate. Smooth as butter now. All right, got the cylinder sorted. Nice smooth action. Look at that. Really hard to do this one-handed, but you get the general idea. So what did I do? Well, a few things. Opened up these cylinders, got them cleaned up, put a little bit of silicone grease on the O-rings, and then I used some air tool oil to kind of lube up the inside a little bit, to kind of clean that up. The fluid that we're using doesn't lubricate well. It's essentially water, so it does wear on these. So adding that in there gives a little bit of a coating, if you will, on the inside of the cylinders. I did all four, got them all nice and lubed up, ran a recharge on them, And then notice that this one was still sticking, or one of these was still sticking. Actually, both of them were. This one was sticking in the beginning, and then this one started sticking as I was messing with it. On this one, it ended up being this top O-ring. For some reason, it had distorted, and this wasn't seating right. So once I got that fixed, that worked great. On this one, it ended up being the piston O-rings. At least the bottom one seemed to be sticking quite a bit. So I got to figure out where to order some of these, so I have them. Luckily, I had some donors that I could take some O-rings from, and now they're just fantastic when it comes to how smooth they're moving. So that should put us in a good position to reinstall this onto Johnny 5. Oh, and one other thing, one of the upgrades I just made on mine, because my fingers are killing me on these things, is I had caps on these, but it was still real hard for my big hands to get in here to turn these. But now I got a little slot on this. All I got to do is use a screwdriver now, and I can open and close these just like that. So much easier. All right, so that was a royal pain in the rear, but we got it all squared away. We've got those all attached. We've got those all functional. What I had to do was I had to break down, I took the cylinders off, I took his master cylinder system off, and I broke everything down, and I basically re-lubricated these cylinders. There's some O-rings that were bad in a couple of these. Replaced those. I took these off and got, this one was really tight, so got it to where it wasn't so tight and it moves very freely. And then I put these set screws back in, Loctited those in because they were backing out. But yeah, I think we've got it all very much squared away. So we're gonna run a test here. You can see. There you go.